Alright, so in this video we are going to discuss May-June 2005, it's paper 2. So let's start. Question number 1 says remove the brackets and simplify. An easy question it is from the topic algebra. So in the first part, first we need to multiply the brackets. So 4 3s are 12, minus 4 2s are 8p, minus 3 1s are 3, and minus minus plus is 3p. So now it will be 12 minus 3 is 9, and minus 8 plus 3, that will be minus 5p. It's your first part answer. In your second part we need to multiply those two brackets. So 3q multiplies with q, it will be 3q square plus 3 2s are 6qr minus r into q, it will be qr, and minus plus minus, so it will be 2r square, and finally it will be 3q square plus 5qr minus 2r square. That is your answer of second part. In part B it says factorize, so in these two expression we can take 2 as a common, so now it will be 9t square minus 1, and 9t square minus 1 leads to the identity that it will be a square minus b square leads to a minus b and a plus b, so that is your answer. After that it's part C. So for part C it says y equals to 18 plus x square, y equals to 18 plus 3x square. Find value of y when x is minus 2. So when x is minus 2 we can say that 18 plus 3 and x is minus 2 square, so that is 18 plus minus 2 square is 4, 4 3s are 12, so 18 plus 12 it is 30. That is your first part answer. After that it says find the value of x when y is 93. So you have y equals to 18 plus 3x square, y is 93, so that will be 93 minus 18 equals to 3x square. Subtract, it will be 75 equals to 3x square. You need to divide it by 3, so 25 equals to x square, and x equals to plus minus 5. That is your answer. And for last part which says that express x in terms of y, so you have your expression y equals to 18 plus 3x square. You need to make x the subject, so it will be y. When you shift plus 18 on the left side it will be minus 18, and 3 is multiplying with the x, so it will be divided by 3 equals to x square, right? We know that we can eliminate square sign with the help of under root, so the final answer of x is equals to under root y minus 18 divided by 3. That is your answer. It's question number 2. Two varieties of tea, high blend and normal blend, are made by mixing grade A leaves and grade B leaves. In your first part, in high blend the ratio of masses of grade A leaves to grade B leaves is 3:2. Find the mass of grade A leaves used in making 250 grams of high blend. Alright, so the total ratio we have, it's 3 plus 2 is 5, right? So let me just write 3 plus 2 is 5, then that is total ratio. So I can say that when you have total ratio 5, so the total quantity is 250 grams. We are looking for to find the mass of grade A, and that is ratio 3. So when the ratio is 3, what should be the value of x? By cross multiplication you will get 5x equals to 3 times 250, and x equals to 3 times 250 divided by 5. You can easily simplify it, so 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25, and 53s are 150 grams. So that is your uh, grade A mass in the total of 250 grams with the ratio of 3:2. That is your first part answer. For your second part, we have done it. 1 kg of normal blend is made by using 450 grams of grade A leaves. Find in simplest form the ratio of mass of grade A to grade B leaves in normal blend. Alright, so you have a total quantity of 1 kg, and among those 1 kg we have 450 grams of grade A. So if I say that 1 kg, and we know that it is equals to 1000 grams. So in that 1000 grams, the amount of grade A leaves, it's 450, right? So when you subtract 450, the final answer, it will be 550 grams. And 550 grams is basically for grade B leaves, right? And what you need to find, you need to find in simplest form the ratio of grade A to grade B. So grade A we have it's 450 and grade B we have it's 550, right? We need to simplify it. 0 and 0 cancels. So now it will be 5 9s are 45 and 5 11s are 55. So that is your answer. Alright, so we had done the second part. Now for third part that I will attempt with the green pen. So that will be quite easy to differentiate. Part 3. It says that 250 grams of high blend is mixed with 1 kg of normal blend. Calculate the percentage of the mass of this mixture that consists of grade A leaves. So firstly what I will do, what is the mass of grade A in high blend, right? The mass of grade A leaves in the mixing of 250 grams of high blend we had find in the first part, and that is 150 grams, right? We had find in the first one. And in 1 kg of normal blend, the amount of grade A leaves is 450 grams. So you have 450 grams. Now these two masses are of grade A leaves in 250 grams of high blend and 1 kg of normal blend. So what I will do, I will add them together. So I'll come to know that there is total of 600 grams of grade A in both the mixtures, that is high blend and that is normal. Now it says calculate the percentage of the mass of this mixture that consists of grade A leaves. So it will be very easy now. We need to divide the amount of grade A divided by total. Now total is what? 250 plus 1000. So it will be 250 plus 1000. It leads to 1250, right? So you need to divide 600 divided by 1250. So final equation 600 divided by 1250 and multiply by 100 because it says in terms of percentage. So that is equals to 48 percentage. That is your final answer. So that is your third part. After that I will start with the B part. It says that during a sale, a shop sold packets of tea for 20% less than the price shown on their labels. Elizabeth and Peter each bought a packet of tea in the sale. Elizabeth packet had a label price of 4.50. How much did she pay? Alright, so it says that the sale price is 20% less. So if the tag price is 4.50, that is actually the 100% price, right? So after the deduction of 20%, that means the leftover is 80. What should be the price after 20%? So by cross multiplication you will get the answer. It will be 80 times 4.50 divided by 100. So that was equals to $3.6. All right, that means if a label price is 4.50, so after 20% less the new price, it will be $3.6, right? For part 2, for part 2, it says Peter paid 6.20 for his packet. Calculate his price shown on the label. Now the 6.20 price is the 80% price, right? After the deduction of 20%. What is the price what is the label price? That means at 100%. So the label price is $7.75, and that is your answer for part 2. Next question. In the diagram, ABCD is a parallelogram. ABD and BFE are straight lines. AF is equals to BF. That is an important statement. ABF is 54 and CBF is 57. Find the value of T. So first let me highlight the angle T here. So this is my angle T, and what should be the value of T we have. So we can find it easily. First, if this is my angle 54, let me just highlight the angle 54 here. This is my angle 54, right? And we have a parallel lines. You can see that these two lines are parallel, right? So with the property of alternate angle, I can say that this angle, it will be 54 as well, right? Now you have a triangle. You have three angles, 57, 54 and T. By solving this triangle, you can easily find out the value of T. So for first part, I can say that it's 54 plus 57 plus t. We know that the sum of angle in a triangle is 180, and by simplification t is equals to 69 degree. That is your first part answer. After that you have u. Which angle is u? This one, right? So what is the value of u? Since the lines are parallel, right? The lines are parallel, so you can apply the alternate angle property here. So if this angle is 57, means that u is also 57. So that is the answer. After that it says x. So how can you find the value of x? For x we had given that these two lines are equal, right? We have AF equals to BF. It means that angle A and angle B are equal. So angle A, it will be equals to 54. Why angle A and B are equal? Because it's an isosceles triangle. So now for x I can say that 54 plus x equals to 180, right? Sum of angle in a triangle is 180, and by solving you will get x equals to 72 degrees. That is your answer for part 3. And for part 4 it says find the value of y. All right, this angle is y here, this one. So for y, what you can do, we have a straight line of B and E, right? And we know that the angle of this straight line is 180. So first step, I will subtract the value of x from 180. So 180 minus 72, it is 102, right? And we have the angle 102, this one, 102. Alright, now you have again the triangle here. The one angle is 102. The value of u we have, it's 57. So I can say that u is 57 plus 108, right, plus angle y, that is unknown, equals to 180. So after simplification you will get the value of y, and that is equals to 15 degree. This is your final answer. For part B, this hexagon has rotational symmetry of order 3. Calculate the value of z. Firstly, if it is rotational symmetry of order 3, that means we have same angles in this figure. So this angle, it will be 105, this one it will be z, it will be 105, and this will be z, right? So how many angles we have? We have 3 angles of z plus 3 angles of 105. The total of this whole figure, since you are dealing with a hexagon, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So how you find the sum of angle of a hexagon? So we have a working formula which I am writing right here, n minus 2 times 180, right? And the value of n we have is 6. So 6 minus 2 into 180. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 times 180, and that leads to 720. So now we know that if we add all those angles, the sum is equals to 720. So we equate it with 720. So by solving this equation, you will get the value of z, and that is equals to 135 degree. That is your B part answer. After that, C part. In the diagram, triangle PQR is similar to triangle PSQ. PQ you have, QR you have, QS you have. Calculate the length of PR. Since the important statement is given to you that PQR is similar to PSQ, so you can write down the terms in terms of ratio. So that is PQ upon PS equals to QR divided by SQ equals to PR divided by PQ. We need to find out the value of PR, right? We have PR here. So now substitute the values. The value of PQ we have is 18 divided by the value of PS we don't have, so I'm writing PS here. The value of QR is 14, and the value of SQ we have, it's 21. The value of PR we don't know it yet, and the value of PQ, it's 18, right? So we got these expression, right? And by cross multiplication we can easily get the value of PR. So that will be 14 times 18 divided by 21 equals to PR. 3 sevens are 21, 3 6s are 18, and after that 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, and 2 6s are 12. So the value of PR, it's 12, and that is your answer. For next part it says RS, right? For RS, at first I need to find the value of PS, right? So for PS I will use the same expression, that 18 divided by PS is equals to 14 divided by 21. And if I simplify here, so it's 2 9s are 18 and 2 7s are 21. Similarly, 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21, right? And 3 9s are 27. So you got the value of PS, and that is 3 into 9, it's 27. But that is not your final answer, because the value of PS we have it's 27, the value of PR we have it's 12. We need to find out the value of RS. So now you can find the value by simply 27 minus 12, and that leads to 15, and that is your final answer. Question number 4 from the topic trigonometry. It says in triangle ABC, BAC is 90, BAC is 90, BC is 55, and AC is 20. The triangle initially stood with AC on horizontal surface. You can see that. It was then rotated about the point C onto the triangle A dash, B dash, and C, where ACB dash is a straight line. Calculate the length of BC. So you have a same triangle, but you just tilt the triangle in that direction. And in the first part it says calculate the length of BC. Alright, so we can find the length of BC by using trigonometry here, because we are dealing with the right angle triangle, so you can apply trigonometry here. So with respect to 90, this side is hypotenuse and this side is adjacent, right? So adjacent and hypotenuse appears in cos, so we can apply cos here. It's cos, angle is 55, the value of adjacent is 20, and hypotenuse is the length of BC, which we need to find out. So if you make BC the subject, so it will be BC equals to 20 divided by cos 55, and the answer is 34.8 centimeter. That is your answer for BC. After that it says the distance AB dash. So AB dash means from A to the length B dash. This length we need to find out in part B. All right. Now the main point is that the same triangle is rotated in that direction, right? Triangle is not changing. That means the length of BC we have here, it will be same at the length of B dash C. You had find out 34.8, so it means that this length we have it's 34.8, because the both triangles are same. Triangle is same, it just tilted, right? So the total length for part 2, the length of AB dash, it will be 20 plus 34.8 leads to 54.8 centimeter, and that is your answer, right? That is the total length from A to B dash. From A to C 20 is given, and from C to B dash the length is same as this one BC. The next part it says that the height of A dash above CB dash, that means we need to find this height. If I draw the length by green pen, so this height we need to find out, right? This height we need to find out. Now we know that the angle 55 here, so that angle will be same because we have same triangle. So in that triangle I am talking about part 3. In that triangle we can apply a sign here. Sine 55 equals to opposite, that is h, and hypotenuse it's 20, and that is equals to the value of h, it's 16.4 centimeter. That is your answer for part 3. After that it says part B, describe fully the path which the point A followed under this rotation. Alright, so we need to describe the movement of A, and we need to describe fully, right? So let's pick the point A first. So let me highlight it. Initially the point A is here at the yellow mark, and after that it is this point, right? So you see that it is a transformation with the center point, and that is C. So let's talk about the angle first. First we need to find this angle, right? And let me draw that angle with the green pen, this angle. First we need to find this angle, and you can easily find it with the fact that this is a straight line, and in that straight line 55 is known, 55 is known. So we know that the total angle of a straight line is 180, and you can subtract 55 and 55, so it's 70. That means this angle is 70. What is the benefit of this angle? So you see that angle A covers the, sorry, point A covers the angle of 55 and 70, that leads to 125. So I can say that it's a center at point C making an angle of 125 degree and radius is 20. So it's basically what? It's an arc of a circle. So what you need to highlight in exams, you need to highlight arc of a circle with radius 20 and angle 125 degree. That gives you 2 marks completely in that part. Alright, after that part C, it says calculate the length of path which the point A followed under this rotation. So that length is basically the arc length, and that is arc length of a sector. So the working formula we have is angle divided by 360 multiplied by 2 pi, and the value of radius we have, it's 20. So that gives you the value of 43.6 centimeter, and that is your final answer. Question number 5 from the topic statistics. You have a ungrouped data, right? And it says write down the modes. The mode with the highest frequency, so mode is 0. If you talk about median, so let me do some working here for median, right? The working formula for median, we know that it n plus 1 divided by 2, we have the value of n, it's 25. So 25 plus 1 divided by 2, 26 upon 2, and leads to 13. So now we need to find the number 13 here in this. So 8 plus 5, it's 13. So you have median is equals to 1. For mean, the working formula for mean is summation of fx divided by summation of f. So first we need to multiply f and x here. So 8 times 0, it's 0. 5 2s are 10, 4 3s are 12, 4 2s are 8, and 5 1s are 5. So if you add all those values, so 5 plus 10, 15, 15 plus 12, 27, and 27 plus 5, 32, 32 plus 8, it's 40. So summation of fx, it's 40 divided by summation of frequency, it's given, that is 25, right? So now you can divide it and it will be equals to 1.6, that is your mean. Alright, so for second part that connects the topic probability, bag contains 5 red, blue and 2 blue beads. Chris took 3 beads at random without replacement. Keep in mind that it's without replacement. The probability tree shows the possible outcomes 5, 7, 4, 6 and so on. Write down the values of P, Q and R. So first thing, if you observe in your last column, right, the sample space in all those categories is 5. So what I will do, I will write the sample space in all those categories. It will be 5, 5 and 5, right? So starting with this one. So when you are picking blue bead after the red bead, red, blue after red, so that won't change the number of beads of blue, because red influences the probability of red only. It does not make an impact on blue. So the possibility of blue, it will be same as this one, right? So it will be 1 upon 5. Similarly, when you pick red bead after the blue bead, so that won't affect the beads of red beads. So right now the red beads we have is 5. So it will be 5 divided by 5 leads to 1. That is the value of Q. And here you have one blue bead only. You cannot pick another blue bead. So R will be 0 upon 5. Alright. So the values you have, it's P equals to 1 over 5, right? Q equals to 1 and R equals to 0. That is your first part answer. After that, expressing each answer as a fraction in its lowest term, find the possibility that 3 red beads were taken. So 3 red beads means 5 over 7, 4 over 6 and 3 over 5. So I'm just writing here. So the first red bead is 5 over 7, the second red bead is 4 over 6 and the third red bead is 3 over 5. So 5 and 5 cancel, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So the answer of this part is 2 divided by 7. That is your first part answer. Alright. The next one. The first bead was red. So let me highlight the first bead. The first bead was red. The second blue. The second is blue. And the third is red. So I highlighted those three numbers. You need to multiply those three. The first one is red, it's 5 over 7. Second is blue, 2 over 6. And third is red, it's 4 over 5. Again, 5 and 5 cancel. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. Now the answer is 4 divided by 21. That is your part B answer. Last one. Two of the beads were red and one was blue. So let me just get a little bit of space here. All right. For part C, now you can observe that in part 2, the sequence was fixed that the first should be red, the second should be blue, and the third should be red. But in part C, the sequence is not fixed, right? It says two beads were red and one was blue. So I can say that it is quite possible that the first bead is red, the second bead is red, but the third bead is blue, because that is my ultimate goal, right? That two of the beads should be red and one is blue. Or I can say that it can be in this way: red, blue, red. Or I can say that it can be in this way, that blue, red, red. Or it can be, I think that's it. There is three cases are possible. Right, now once you had finalized the cases, I will write the possibilities of all those. So first one, if it's red, red, blue. So first red, it's 5 upon 7. Second red, it's 4 upon 6. Third blue, it's 2 upon 5. That is my first one, right? For second one, it's red, blue, red. So first one, it's 5 upon 7. Second one is 2 upon 6. And red, blue, and then it's 4 upon 5 plus. The third one, it's blue, red, red. So blue is what? It's 2 upon 7 with 2 upon 7 blue. Red is 5 upon 6, and the last red is 4 upon 5. Now I won't simplify the denominators because all denominators are same, so there is no need to find out the LCM if you are not simplifying your solution. Now I need to multiply the numerators only. So 5 4s are 20, 22s are 40, plus 5 2s are 10, 10 4s are 40, plus again 40 divided by, in the denominator we have 7 into 6 into 5. So the numerator is 40, 40, 40. It's 120 divided by 7 into 6 into 5. Now I can simplify it. 6 1s are 6, 6 20s, 5 1s are 5, 5 4s. So the final answer we have, it's 4 divided by 7. That is your final answer. Question number 6, it says that read these instructions. Choose two different digits from 1 till 9. Write down the larger two-digit number which can be formed from the chosen digits. Write down the smaller two-digit number. Subtract the smaller from the larger and note down the result. So the examiner showed the example here. Choose 2 and 8. So the larger number is 82, the shorter number is 28, and then you need to subtract these two numbers, and that is your answer. The digits are 3 and 7. Follow the instructions to find the result. Alright. So for A part, the highest number is 73. The lowest number is 37. Right. That is the same pattern. So 73 minus 37 leads to 36. That is your first part answer. The next part, that is your first part answer. Next part, it says choose three other different pairs of digits. So let's suppose I am saying that it's 1 and 4, right? 1 and 4. So the highest number is 41, the lowest number is 14. So 41 minus 14, it's 27. Similarly, I can say that now it's 3 and 5. So highest number is 53, lowest number is 35. 53 minus 35 leads to 18, and so on. So that is your part B answer. You need to attempt for one more. Alright. Now in the part C, it says that what do you notice about all these results. So let me highlight results for you. Result is 54, 36, 27 and 18. So if you observe that, so these all are multiples of 9. So what do you observe? So for part C, they all are multiples of 9. That is the relation in these all the results. Part D. The digits x and y, where x should be greater than y, are chosen. Find an expression in terms of x and y for the larger value of x. Alright. So now you have digits x and y in which it says that x is greater than y. To explain it better, let's take an example here. Let's suppose that I have picked two numbers, that is 5 and 4, right? 5 and 4 in these numbers given, right? So what is the highest number? The highest number is 54, right? So in case I need the highest number, what I do, I multiply the larger number with 10, so it's 10 times 5, and add the smaller number, right? Let's suppose you had picked 3 and 9. So what is the highest number? You will say that 93, right? So it 9 times 10 plus 3. So what we are doing, we multiply the first number by 10 and add the second number. So if it's xy, so the highest number we have, it's 10x plus y. That is your first part answer. Alright, and for smallest number, what we are doing, if it's 54 the highest, so the smallest is 45. If it's 93 the highest, so the smallest is 39. So you can observe that now 10 is multiplying the shorter number, right? 45, so 10 times 4 and plus 5. So it says what is the result? So we have the larger number, that is 10x plus y, minus the smaller number, it will be 10y minus x. Simple, right? Now you can solve it. 10x plus y minus 10y minus x. So 10x minus x, 9x minus 9y, 9 times of x minus y. That is your answer. Alright, it's question number 7 from the topic mensuration. It says that Morph made several different objects from modeling clay. He used 500 centimeter cube of clay for each object. He made a square base cuboid of height 2 centimeter. Calculate the length. Alright, so if I give you a short example of cuboid, so it's a square base cuboid, right? So base is square but height may vary. So it's L by L by H, right? The working formula for volume, it's L square times H. We have the volume, it's 500. The value of L is unknown but the height is 2. So 500 divided by 2, that will be 250 equals to L square. Now you can apply root on both sides, and that is equals to 15.8. It's your first part answer. Alright. For part B, I had done part A with the blue pen. I will start part B with the green pen. For part B, he made a pyramid with a base area of 150. Find the height. So what is the working formula? Working formula is 1 upon 3 base area multiplied by height. Right? Alright, now we have the volume, that is 500. 1 upon 3 is a constant. Base area is 150 and height is unknown, right? So you can solve it easily. It's 500 times 3 divided by 150, and it's 10. So the height is 10 for part B. That is your answer. Alright, so I will start part C with the yellow pen. He made a sphere. Calculate the radius of the sphere. So volume of a sphere, it's 4 upon 3 pi r cube, right? Volume is known, it's 500 equals to 4 divided by 3 pi r cube. Now you need to simplify it. Firstly, 3 should be multiplied with 5, so 500 times 3 is 1500. 4 should be divided by here, so divided by 4. Pi should be divided, so divided by 3.142, and then you need to apply cube root on both sides, right? So cube root is 4.92. So the value of r you will get, it's 4.92 after the cube root. Alright, so that is your part D. And after that, in part D, he wrapped the clay around the curved surface of a hollow cylinder of height 6, as you can see here. The thickness of the clay is 1.5, and you don't know the radius, right? So let's suppose I'm saying that the radius is this one. So the volume that he is using, that is 500 centimeter cube, is basically lies in that space, right? If I color it, so the shaded volume, that will be this one, right? That is the volume he used. He apply surround the cylinder, and that volume is 500 centimeter cube. So how I am going to apply the working formula for this one? So it's quite simple. I will say that volume of larger cylinder LC minus volume of smaller cylinder SC is equals to the volume that is given, it's 500. Alright. So volume of larger cylinder is pi r square. The height is 6 minus volume of a smaller cylinder pi r square, height is 6, equals to 500. Now the radius for the outer cylinder, it will be r plus 1.5. So I'm just writing r plus 1.5. Alright. Now I can take common here, and common will be 6 pi, and inside the bracket it will be r plus 1.5 whole square minus r square equals to 500, right? Now this 6 pi multiplying here, when you shift on the right side, it will be divided by 500. So 500 divided by 6 divided by 3.142, and it leads to 26.52 after division. Alright, on your left side, you can apply the identity here of a plus b whole square. So that will be a square plus 2 into 1.5, it's 2ab, plus 1.5 square, it's 2.25, minus r square, right? So this r square and this r square cancels. So 2.25, when you shift 2.25 on the right side, it will be 26.52, 26.52 minus 2.25, it's 24.27, is equals to 3r. 3 is multiplying here, when you shift 3 on the right side, it will be divide. So 24.27 divided by 3, it leads to 8.1 centimeter. That is the value of r, and that is your answer. In your last part, it says that he made a cone. The height of the small cone was 2/5 the height of the full cone. So I can say that height of a small cone is 2/5 of height of full cone, right? Or I can say that height of a small cone divided by height of full cone is 2 divided by 5. Using a property of similar objects, calculate the volume of clay in the small cone. So now we can apply the working formula of similar shapes. It says that V1 upon V2 equals to L1 upon L2 whole cube, and the ratio of L1 upon L2 is 2 over 5, right? It says calculate the volume of clay in the smaller cone. That means the ratio volume corresponding to the ratio of 2 is unknown, right? So I will say that V1 is unknown, but the value of V2, it's 500, equals to 2 divided by 5 and whole cube. By cross multiplication, you will get volume 1, smaller volume, equals to 32 centimeter cube, and that is your final answer. It's question number 8. You need to draw the graph of the values of x and y on the graph paper, and scale is mentioned, and the graph is, that's how your graph looks like. All right, I have drawn it roughly, but make sure that you are following the scale as given in the question. Now it says that by drawing a tangent, find the gradient of the curve at the point where t equals to 4. So first we need to highlight the point t equals to 4. That means this point we need to draw the tangent here. So I have drawn the tangent, as you can see on your screen, right? That is the tangent I have drawn at the point where t equals to 4. And now I need to find the gradient of the tangent. But before finding the tangent, we know that the value of tangent must be negative, because that is a decreasing pattern of gradient, right? So if your answer is positive, that means that you are doing it wrong. So by just observing the behavior of the line, we can somehow confirm our answer. If my answer is negative, that means that I am going on the right path. So now it's B part 1. I need to pick 2 points here. So first point, that is very accurate integer, that is 2 by 2, 2 comma 2. First point, and the other point I can pick here is this one, right? So the value I am getting is 5.6 and 0.5. 5.6 and 0.5. So apply the working formula of gradient, that is y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Alright, so now it will be 0.5 minus 2, it's minus 1.5 divided by 5.6 minus 2, it will be equals to 3.6, right? So 1.5 divided by 3.6, that is equals to minus 0.42. That is your gradient, and since it is negative, that means that I had done it right. In your next part, explain the meaning of this gradient. So basically what you have, height and against time. So your pattern is decreasing. That means that it shows that the level of water changing, right? Rate of change of water. So we can write it. It's rate at which water level is changing, or you can say decreasing, right? That is your part 2 answer. After that, it's part C. On the same day, a straight pole was driven vertically into the C bar at the point P. Work started at 8 a.m. The pole was driven at a constant rate. The height y meters of the top of the pole above the C bar T hours after 8 a.m. is given by the equation. Write down the length of the pole. So initially, when there is no driven starting of the pole, when the value of time is 0, so we have the initial and correct length of pole, right? So in your C part 1, basically what we need to do, we need to find out the value of y, that is the height, when time is 0, when the pole is not driven into the C bar. So when t is 0, we have y equals to 4, and that is the answer. Alright, so next one, on the same axis, draw the curve of y equals to 4 minus 1 upon 2t. So it's part 2, y equals to 4 minus 1 upon 2t. To plot the line, what you need to do, you need to draw the table always, right? And in the table, I'll pick only two values. So we have t and we have y, right? So let's suppose when t is 0, the value, what will be the value? When t is 2 and when t is 4. Alright. So firstly, we are going to start with t equals to 0. So when t is 0, this whole expression will be 0. So y will be 4, right? When t is 2, so 4 minus 1 upon 2, the value of t is 2. 2 and 2 cancel, 4 minus 1 is 3. And when it's t is 4, 4 upon 2 it's 2, 4 minus 2 it's 2. So these are the values. Now I need to plot those values on the graph. So it's 0 and 4, the first value 0 and 4, after that 2 and 3. So 2 and 3, that is my second, and after that it's 4 and 2, this is my third point. Now I need to draw the line using those 3 points. So that is the answer of part 2, that we had drawn the line of y equals to 4 minus 1 upon 2t. And the part 3, it says how many centimeter was the top of the pole above the surface of the sea at noon. At first you need to highlight this word centimeters, because on my y-axis I have the length in meter. That means that now I need to convert the unit. So it says at noon. At noon means at 12 p.m., right? So it starts at 8, as you can see given in the question. So at noon means after 4 hours, right? So that means this is my point, after 4 hours. So I will draw the line at time is equals to 4, right? And this is my line at y equals to 4. And I got two values here. This one, this value I got, it's 1.2, right? It's 1.2, and the other value, that is 2. So I need to give the value, the difference of the height from the top of the pole, that means 2 and 1.2. So I need to find out the difference of 2 and 1.2. So that is your part 3. When you subtract 2 and 1.2, you will get 0.8 meters. But it says give your answer in centimeters, so you need to convert it. You need to multiply it by 100. So that is 80 centimeter. That is your answer. That is your part 3 answer. Now in part 4, that I am going to attempt with yellow pen, this one. Find the value of t when the top of the pole was level with the surface of the sea. So the point at these two graphs are intersecting. I will find out the value of time here. So that value, it is somewhere around 5.7. So the final answer of this part is 5.7, and that is the completion of question number 8. Alright, it's question number 9 from further trigonometry. In the first part, you need to find angle ABD. That means we need to find this angle, right? So for part A, part 1, angle ABD, I can apply law of sine here, so it will be 950 divided by sine 118 equals to 600 divided by sine D. By cross multiplication, I can find a value of sine D. So its value is 33.89 degree, that is your angle D. So when you have two angles in a triangle, you can find out the third one by adding these two. So 118 plus 33.89, and then you need to subtract it from 180. Alright, so the value of angle B is, it's 28.1. Alright, so angle B is equals to 28.1 degree. That is your first part answer. After that, the length of CD. So for length of CD, you can apply law of cosine here. So that will be CD is equals to under root of 950 square plus 1040 square minus 2 times 950 times 1040 times cos 42. Alright, if you further simplify it, you will get the value of CD, and that will be equals to 717.8. That is your value of CD. After that, part 3, the shortest distance from C to BD. So if I draw the shortest distance from C to the length BD, this red length is, let's suppose this point is X, and that is my shortest length denoted by H. So now you can apply trigonometry here because we got a 90-degree angle. So that will be equals to sine 42 equals to H divided by 1040, and that height is equals to 696, and the unit is meter. So that is your part 3 answer. And now in part B, it says that a helicopter flew directly above the path BD at a constant height of 500. Calculate the greatest angle of depression of the point C as seen by the passenger. Greatest means that now we need to use the shorter distance which we had find in part C. Alright, so let's suppose that you have a point X, and exactly above to the point X you have a helicopter, right? And the height of the helicopter is given, it's 500. And from X we have a point C which makes an angle of 90 degree. So that is your diagram talking in part B. The distance of C to X, distance from C to X, that is your H, we had find it's 696, and we need to find this angle theta here, right? So now we can apply tan here. So tan theta equals to 500 divided by 696. So now your answer is, after taking tan inverse, it's 35.75 degree. That is your answer. It's question number 10. It says that our route up a mountain is 20 kilometers long. John followed this route at a speed of x kilometers per hour. Write down an expression in terms of x for the number of hours. So we know that distance is equals to speed multiplied by time. In order to find out time, I need to make t the subject, and that will be distance upon speed. Alright. So for first part, we know that the distance is given, that is 20 kilometers. So distance is 20 and speed is given, that is x, right? Sorry, this one. The speed is x. So the first part, it's 20 divided by x. It's your first part. For part B, it says he came down the mountain by a different route. This length of the route is 25. So now the time is 25 divided by, and his average speed coming down the mountain was 2 kilometers greater. So at first the speed was x. Now this time the speed is x plus 2. That is my part B answer. So I have two values of time. The first one, he is going upwards, right? So I am saying that this time is upwards and this one is downwards. I got two expressions of time, In third part, it says that it took John 1 whole 1 upon 2 hour. What does it mean? If you convert it, it will be 3 divided by 2 hours to come down than to go up. Now that means that he is coming early as compared that he is going upward. So that will be very easy. It is 20 divided by x minus 20 divided by x plus 2, and the time is given, that is equals to 3 divided by 2. Now we need to solve this equation, and firstly I need to take LCM here. So that will be x times x plus 2, right? And it's 20 times x plus 2 minus 25 times x equals to 3 divided by 2. Alright, now I need to multiply the brackets. So that will be 20x plus 22s are 40 minus 25x divided by x square plus 2x equals to 3 divided by 2. So 20 minus 25, it will be 40 minus 5x divided by x square plus 2x equals to 3 divided by 2, and I need to cross multiply here. So 2 times 40, it's 80 minus 2 5s are 10x equals to 3x square plus 6x. I need to arrange my equation. So that will be 3x square plus 6, and this 10, when you shift on the right side, it will be plus 10. So 6 plus 10, it will be 16x minus 80 equals to 0, and that is your third part answer. You need to show that equation, right? And in your part D, you need to solve that equation. So the equation we got is 3x square plus 16x minus 80 equals to 0. The value of A we have is 3, the value of B is 16, and the value of C it's minus 80. Now it's equals to x equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? Now I'm going to put the value. So b is 16, a is 3, and c is minus 80. So now it will be minus 16 plus minus under root. The value of 16 square, it's 256 minus plus 4 3s are 12. 12 into 80, it's 960 divided by 6. So 256 plus 960 and root of it, it's 34.87. So minus 16 plus minus 34.87 divided by 6. Minus 16 plus 34.87 divided by 6. Minus 16 minus 34.87 divided by 6. You got two values of x, one is positive and one is negative. So we always consider the positive one, because x is what? X is speed, and we always consider speed in positive, right? So that is your part D answer. In part E, it says calculate correct to the nearest minute the total time. So the time we had find in the first part, it's 20 upon x, time is going up, and 25 upon x plus 2. So for total time, I need to add those two times, 25 divided by x plus 2. The value of x we got is 3.145. 3.145. So this is the answer of these two calculation. When you add it, it will be 11.2, but that answer is in hours. It says correct to the nearest minute, so you need to multiply your answer by 60, right, to convert it. So when you multiply, you will get 672 minutes, and that is your final answer. Number 11, that is the last question of this paper. It is from the transformation. So you have coordinates A, B, C and D, E, F. The matrix P represents a single transformation T, maps triangle ABC onto D, E, F. Describe T fully. So that is a reflection, right? And you need to describe the line of reflection. So its reflection across y equals to minus x. So that is a 2-mark question, 1 mark for reflection and 1 mark for y equals to minus x. Describe the matrix P. Now you need to write down the matrix of reflection across the line y equals to minus x. So it's 0, minus 1 and minus 1, 0. Alright, so that is your two parts. Part B. Another transformation is represented by the matrix Q, 0, 1, minus 1, 0. This transformation maps B onto Y. So the transformation is Q, that is 0, 1, minus 1, 0. And this transformation we need to apply on B, and the coordinates of B we have is 3, 1, 3, 1. So now we need to multiply the bracket. So 0 times 3, it will be 0 minus 1 into 1 minus 1. 1 into 3, that will be 3, and 0 into 1, it will be 0. So the coordinates of y we get is minus 1 comma 3 by matrix multiplication. Next one. This transformation maps k onto c. Write down the coordinates of k. So we don't have the value of k. So let's suppose I'm saying that k is a and b, that is unknown, right? The transformation we have is 0 1 0 1 minus 1 0, right? This transformation maps k, so this transformation applies on k, and the final result is what? It's c, and the coordinate of c we have is 1 and 2. Alright, now you need to multiply those. So 0 into a is 0, minus 1 into b, it's minus b, 1 into a, it's a, and 0 into b, it's 0, equals to 1 and 2. Alright, so this is the answer of a and b. So we got a is 2 and b is minus 1. Alright, so the value of k, the coordinates of k is 2 minus 1. That is your answer. Alright, so moving on to the next one, we had done part 2b, part 3, and I am attempting part 3 here because of less space. So it says describe fully the transformation which is represented by q. So q is basically it's a matrix of rotation, and we need to define the direction. So it's anti-clockwise. Alright, anti-clockwise. So that is your part 3 answer. Next part is part 4. The matrix R is given by Q is equals to RP. We have the matrix Q, and that is equals to Q is 0 1 minus 1 0, and you can have it just write this one, right? That is your matrix Q. And if we talk about R, so R is unknown, so I will suppose R. Let's suppose I am saying that P Q R S, that is my R matrix. And what is my P matrix? P is already given in the, we had find in the first part, right? In the second part, so I've highlighted it as well. So it's 0 minus 1 minus 1 0. Now we can start multiplication on the right side. So P into 0, it's 0 minus Q, P into minus 1 minus P, R into 0, so it's minus S, and that will be minus R. And on my left side I have 0 1 minus 1 0. Now I can equate. So 0 equals to minus Q, right? Minus 1 equals to minus P, 1 equals to minus S, and 0 equals to minus R. So I can say that Q is 0, P is 1, S is minus 1, and R is 0, right? So if I substitute the values in this format, so I can say that R is equals to the value of P is 1, R is 0, Q is 0, and S is minus 1. That is my matrix R. Alright, so that is fourth part. Moving on to the fifth C part, it says that the point C part. The point H lies on DC produced. DH is equals to 18 and H. We need to find out the ratio of first part DC ratio DH. Alright, for this part let me have a look on your figure. So it says that point H lies on the line DC. So let's suppose if we extend the line, so on this line we have a point H on it, right? So what is the vector of DC? We can find it with the help of diagram. So if you need to go from D to C, count the number of steps. It's 1 2. 2 steps on the x-axis, right? And how many steps on y? 1 2 3. And 3 steps on y-axis, right? So now we have 2 here and we have 18 here, right? So that is a multiple of 9, right? So that is a multiple of 9. So the ratio of DC to DH, it's simple, it's 1:9. That in order to get DH, we need to multiply DC by 9. So the ratio is 1:9. That is your first part. And for second part, the value of D, now we need to multiply 3 by 9. So 3 times 9 leaves you 27, and that is a value of H. So H is 27.